Hi, and welcome to another video by Get It Done Home Repairs. Today I'm going to show you how to replace the gas supply line to the back of a stove. Alright, now obviously the first thing you want to do is you want to pull the stove out so you can gain access to the line. You're going to need a wrench, an adjustable wrench, just to break the line loose, and of course you're going to need a shut-off valve on the gas line itself. So, alright, first thing we'll do is let's pull the stove out and we'll disconnect it. Okay, so the first thing we do is pull the stove out. What I always do is come down on the back of here, and it's down on the bottom here, there's a shut-off valve. Turn this valve off, just like this. And then we'll come up to the stove and turn the stove on to make sure that we burn all the fuel out. And as you can see, it's off. All right? Next thing we're going to do is we're going to come over here with your adjustable wrench. Okay, so now we'll come in here, we'll put our wrench, we're going to hold this bottom one tight so it doesn't move. We'll hold that one tight, and then we'll put this one on here, and we'll break this top one loose and hold the bottom one so it doesn't rotate. And then we can just unscrew this. And we'll take it like this, put it off to the side, and then we're going to do the exact same thing down on the bottom right here. We're going to hold the one like this, and then we're going to break this one loose, just like that, and then we'll take off this line as well. Okay, so now the gas line is off. We're just going to clean off any kind of plumbing stuff that's on here now, and we'll grab the new line and we'll put it back together. Okay, now that we have the new line in hand, we're going to take some sealant, some thread sealer that comes usually with the line. It gives you a sealant to put on there, so make sure you're using the correct sealant for the threads. There's certain tape that you can use on there, like the plumbing tape. Make sure it's suitable for gas. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take this and we're going to put it on the threads over here. So let me show you what we're going to do. The thread sealer only goes on the threads. You don't want to put any thread sealer on this portion of it right here, the tapered fit. Only on the threads itself. Okay, so now we have a good amount on the threads there. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to put it on the piece coming out of the wall. Again, you want to put it just on the thread portion of it. If you put any on here by mistake, just clean it off. It has to be a nice, tight, clean fit. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our line, and we're going to screw our line on first. Just hold the line in place and rotate the nut. Make sure it doesn't cross thread going on. Hold the line straight, and you can snug it down until it touches. Alright, so that's nice and tight. Next thing we're going to do We'll come down here with the wrench. We're going to hold the lower nut, and we're going to tighten the upper nut. It's nice and tight. Next thing we're going to do now is we're going to take this and we're going to tighten it onto the appliance. Again, you want to hold this straight and screw it on by hand as far down as you possibly can. And then we're going to hold the nut on the bottom and we'll tighten this up till it's snug. Okay, let me wipe off my hands and I'm going to show you how to check it to make sure that there's no leaks in the gas lines. Okay, now that we have the gas line connected, we're going to come over here and we're going to turn this gas valve here on all the way till its full position. When the valve is facing this way up and down as the pipe, then you know it's on. So this is on right now. Some of the kits give you a solution that you can check to make sure that there's no leaks. If there is, you just take the solution and you put it on here, around here, just like that. If there's any leaks, it would bubble up and you'll see it. The other way, if you don't have that leak solution, you can just take a soapy cloth such as this and just come over here and put soapy water on there as well. And if you put soapy water on there, it'll do the exact same thing. If there's any kind of a leak, it'll start to bubble up. But as you can see, there is no leaks. Okay? Here, no leaks. And down there, no leaks. So if they give you the solution to check for leaks in the kit, use it. If they don't, just use soapy water. But very important is to make sure that you have no bubbles coming out of here whatsoever. If there's any bubbles, shut the valve off, take this apart, clean it out really well, and then you put it back together again. It's very important that there's no bubbles whatsoever. You don't want to have any kind of a gas leak in your house, so make sure it's nice and tight. And that's it. This gas line, when you're changing the appliance, it's a good idea to replace it, or periodically, whatever the recommended interval would be to replace it as well. But that's it. This job is done. We're going to take the stove now, push it into the wall, and then we'll be all set. All right. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.